From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. This is Mostert. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Switch. Alert 3. Alert 4 down. 4 down.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike. 315. Yeah, come on, no, come on. Hey, alert. 17. Gun. 17. Double dog. That's the way.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Mike 17. Get the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tight down. There you go. 17's Mike. Mike 17. Left pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
One flush. Mike 17.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Go 14.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Like 20!
54. Mike 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over.
Six.
Get that ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Get there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
11. 1, Omaha.
Hey, man.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he comes back with one complete. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And now it's 2nd down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And yet again, it's Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
65, 65.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just hit their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that.